4 times to the Jets. Bass sends it down the way, and it's going to be Gibson with the hands on it. He had his hands on it again the last time they met. And the ball comes out at the end, and it's recovered by the backup tight end, Morris. And look at that hit leveled by Buffalo. Stepping back to the 28, and the Jets get to him. They shove him all the way back to a near 50-yard field goal attempt as Quinnen Williams. Well, that's a loss of 12, Tony, so a 48-yard attempt coming up for Tyler Bass. And the Bills able to get a field goal off the opening takeaway.
In pressure rate and pressures, and he's also stuffing the run as well as any defensive tackle.
Here's the 2nd and 10. They're after him, and they've got him. All right, this is actually a 3rd and 6 as Allen buys time, flips it, and is it caught? Yes, it is. Dalton Kincaid with the diving grab.
Just keep being boring, and all of a sudden, you being boring is going to be incredible.
Here's a 3rd and 5, and they're going to keep it. Quarterback draws the call, and they've got 7 and a first down. 2nd and 5. It's Kincaid again, inside the 20, and down to the 13 goes the rookie out of Utah. Let's see if they try to find Amos. He's a long-time vet with a lot of good experience, 9 years. 3rd and 8.
No turnovers, use your legs.
Rolling out, again, buying time, and going to just throw it out of play. You talked about they've got 11 different offensive line combinations this year starting. Another different one today as Gibson goes.
You're really bad at either of those, you're not going to have a great season.
2nd and 10. Got the short throw to Hall, and Taron Johnson rides him down, but it's a first down for New York.
I think he's doing a pretty good job. He's getting the ball out faster. He's got 6 straight games now under 3 seconds throwing, the longest of his career.
Here they come. He's got to get rid of it quickly this time, and he had no chance as they blitzed him.
Right. It's really a great job by Saleh to be able to do this.
On 1st and 10, make the handoff to Diggs, go across the middle, and Kincaid is finding some open spots in the middle of that Jets defense. He's got another 16.
And they don't give up big plays, this Jets team. You got to work the field over and over again.
Becton being transported into the locker room. Terrible sign for the Jets. Here's a 2nd and 10. And again, the middle of the field is open. And they've got big yardage across the 50 with Ty Johnson. Wow, what a place to make a debut. Here's Allen finding Shakir. And he's got a big gain. Got 3rd and 13. Back to the middle of the field to Morris. And he's going to be about 3 yards short.
And against a team who doesn't score touchdowns, it's 4 scores.
That's huge. Basket's good again from 33 yards this time. And it's 9-0.
He has more negative plays versus double teams than anyone in the league.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes Floyd. Floyd's got him. We were just talking about him. Leonard Floyd makes the sack.
Is this Jets team truly believes this is going to happen? They're just trying to stay relevant so he can return and help his team.
All right, Tracy, as Cook rips off a big run for a first down.
I love that version of Josh Allen.
Here's a 3rd and 2 with Murray. Latavius has the first down by about a foot, running behind Deion Dawkins. Gabe Davis has not been targeted. 3rd and 7. They come after him. He unleashes, and it's incomplete. Knocked down by Amos. Here's a 1st and 10. Got time. On target. And a completion to Ruckert. Throw is intercepted this time, and it's Douglas. Here's Cook on the pitch. Here he goes. Cook down to the 11-yard line, running behind Dalton Kincaid.
And to me, that's where you got to use your legs after you drop back.
On 2nd and goal. He's got Cook open. Cook takes it to the end zone for the touchdown. Yeah, only 2 completions, one to Ruckert, one to Hall out of the backfield. 3rd and 9, and Wilson takes off, and he stopped short by 3 yards. His 4th punt of this first half. No, he's going to fake it. He's going to throw it, and it's caught. Down the sideline they go. Oh, my goodness. What an effort right here. Eccles was the receiver. What a call from deep in your own territory. Von Miller's on the field. He's coming after him. Pass away, and it's complete to Hall. And they've got a first down, so that decision paid off. They've got 2 4th down conversions.
Start this year, halfway through the year, just over.
Rookie wideout, Jason Brownlee in the game. And they go underneath to Hall, able to slip through a tackle, and he's inside the 10.
Use that as a decoy and then have someone come across the field to it.
They go to Hall. He's able to slip through a tackle and find the end zone for a touchdown.
That is fantastic.
Here's the 2-point try to slice the lead in half. Zach looking, trying to escape, and no chance.
But you don't have to throw this to the sideline. You can go over the middle of the field.
Wide open is Kincaid, and he tiptoes for the first and out of bounds.
It's a good job there.
How about a quarterback draw for 1 yard? Huff is in on it.
If there's 1 or 2 guys in the world who can do it, he's the guy. But for mere mortals, you ain't throwing a ball 60, 65, 70 yards into this wind.
Well, he's going to try. Trying to get it there, and he is picked off.
Oh, you got to watch it. This is where you can score with only lineman back.
Ashton Davis going, and finally brought down as the first half expires. He was looking for someone to lateral it to.
A lot of different ways, different guys, and he does exceptional at it.
2nd and 13. Looks left, throws right. Oh, what a pass, and it's Diggs. Holds the ball outside. Tucks it under. And look at this. 2nd and 9. Cook got around Quincy that time. Nice stutter step move. And the Bills pick up a big gain.
Running back was out. They had a corner on him. So now you know you can read deep and throw it underneath.
Here is Diggs underneath. Diggs gets within 2 of the first, and it's decision time.
I'd go for it.
They're going to go up top for it. Flicks it, completes it. Johnson down the sideline. Did he stay in? They say touchdown on the field. So now he got a 3rd and 3.
Over the ball, somewhere over the middle of the field.
And they get him again. Ed Oliver.
But see how open that area is? You could do that here if you wanted to, and then defenses will have to change because of it.
2nd and 5, and it's caught by Shakir. Shakir with Whitehead trying to cut off the angle. Shakir still going. Touchdown, Buffalo. What a move.
Wow.
81 yards.
This is next level. In the playoffs, the new coordinator change. That's going to make it tougher with the data on it.
Complete and a first down.
Trying to get their first conversion on a 3rd down, because we know penalties don't count.
0 for 6 for the day. 0 for 7 for the day. Ed Oliver.
Oh, I knew you were going somewhere. I couldn't follow it for a little bit. I was like, what's he getting to in this one?
3rd and 8. And that was in the area of Hardy. Thank you, Boomer. We got a quarterback change for the Jets here. Tim Boyle has taken the field.
Wow.
It's a big moment. A lot of people have been all season long saying, when are they going to do something like this? There's a handoff, and Hall sprints ahead for 13 or 14 yards. It's in his 5th year out of Eastern Kentucky. He was a backup for 3 years.
6'4", 230. Now he's going to have to throw it, though.
3rd and 5. He whips it for the first down. Of course, Hackett also worked with him at Green Bay.
Almost got that 3rd and 1. 4th and 1.
They got it here as Boyle keeps it. From the Bills, 42. Boyle. And Wilson drops it. He made a football move, and that's a Bill recovery. Hyde has it now. Hyde has room. Hyde has a blocker in front. Hyde's going to cut it back and take it the distance. Oh, hold on.
Rolling on the field is a completed pass with a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Buffalo.
Oh.
Player was down by contact.
They ruled him down. Third down and 2. And they're working Murray pretty hard. He's got a first down as he falls inside the 40.
I mean, all these teams are eerily similar, right? The best teams, you see a good stop by the Jets. But you know, the best teams, oh gosh, getting chippy out here. You know, that's not an indictment on Dorsey because I thought he did an excellent job. It's just sometimes something has to happen.
There's something happened from long range. That was Bass with the kick from 50.
And then just, you know, Von Miller if he can pick it up and get back to full strength.
There's a conversion on fourth down. Gibson with the catch. Oh, it's completed to the other team.
Oh, his third turnover today. You could see right there when Jim said that how important that could be. But we're going to find out in the next couple weeks. The next 2-3 weeks.
Wait, we're going to see it next week.
The Bills go 3-0 in the next 3 games. They might be your Super Bowl favorite.
Well, you're talking about then they'd have to go through wins at Philadelphia and at Kansas City, and we'll be there to see both of those.